we have all thought about what cool superhero powers we would want if we could ever have them. Either it's flying or having supersonic speed. It's fun to think about, right? So we put it to the panel with 2 YouTube stars to specialize in superhero talk.
Now, because it's such a fun day, we thought who better else to have join us to talk about National Superhero Day than Jonathan and Ben Carlin, the Super Carlin brothers. We're so happy you guys are here with us. So what would your superpower be if you had one?
Oh boy, well, Ben and I have talked about this pretty extensively, and I think we've landed on what has to be the best power.
I think it has to be.
All right, Ben, I'll let you.
Well, no. I mean, go ahead. You can.
Right. Okay.
Great build up.
The best superpower has to be the element of surprise.
Nobody ever expects it.
Nobody ever sees it coming.
Yes.
And you think you see it coming? No.
Not even a little bit. This is the thing. Everybody always jumps to like invincibility, the ability to fly, speedster.
Right.
But think about it. If you're in like an actual situation and the villain has you on the ropes, what better than the element of surprise?
They think they're about to win. Boom, you're there. Surprise. You might not even be at the situation. They're just like, you could be across town. All of a sudden you find yourself.
You're equally surprised.
You are equally surprised by your own super. It can be very inconvenient at times, but very effective.
Extremely effective.
Extremely effective. Actually, fun fact, you can also find the element of surprise on the periodic table of elements. It's listed as A, H, or Ah.
So how did you guys even come up with this?
Oh boy, how did we come up with it?
During our podcast one day, I think we were riffing about this exact topic, and we were sort of going back and forth, and then I think one of us just burst out with it.
Yeah, it's become a bit of a running gag on our podcast, popcorn culture.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, Megan, I don't know how you're going to top that. Like,
I don't know.
What do you have?
Yeah, I'm not going to top that. That's what is happening here. So I think I interpreted your question a little differently. I was thinking like everyday Megan, what kind of superpower would I want? And I think I would want to read people's mind. I know it would be overwhelming, but
I don't know if you do.
See, I see the reaction.
I don't know if you do.
I think it would be so much to take in.
A lot of truth bombs in there.
But it bugs me when I just don't know. I can't read people, you know? So I think that's what I would, or could I maybe like teleport because I like flying and traveling?
Oh, teleport's great.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have to play, exactly. I wouldn't have to pay for, flights or anything like that. Perfect, right?
Absolutely.
Pretty great.
Yeah. Liz, what about you?
So I would want, lightning speed. I was never a track runner, not into sports. So I think that would be a fun superhero power, as well as Flash Gordon by Queen would be my theme song. But not really, because that's already taken, but yeah. But I think that would be my superpower.
The Speedster is one of those where it's like, when it actually comes down to it in many superhero situations, it is hard to beat a speedster because
it is very OP.
It effectively is the equivalent of the ability to stop time because you can move so fast that nobody else can do anything.
Yeah.
And I would have to cancel my gym membership because who needs that when I'm burning off calories being a speedster?
Yeah, is that how that works? Is that how that works? Or
I mean, you're running. I mean,
it is how it works. You have to. I think if you watch The Flash, Barry Allen is constantly having to like wolf down pizzas, and they have these like hyper calorie bars
what a life! I'd love that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
you can
funny.
eat whatever you want.
Exactly. Okay.
I like the idea that you have to like build up your endurance. It's like you can run a mile in a second, but you have to like if you can't run a mile on your own, then you got to get there.
Get there.
Never thought of that.
Okay, so I'm kind of with Megan. So I was thinking like, what more practical? Like, what would I do every day? What do I wish every day? And for some reason, I always go back to I wish I could remember everything I ever learned.
Oh, just having like an eidetic memory.
That would be overwhelming too, though.
That's a lot.
That's a lot to take in.
But people like that exist. Like that's not even a superpower. That's just like
an eidetic memory.
Yeah, like people have that.
Yeah,
that's
for
real.
us. It would be for me, it would be a superpower.
But yeah, she forgets a lot.
Stop it. No, but I think it's so cool. Like all the things that you're like, I know I learned this in school, but what was that one thing? And you can't remember. And if you just remembered everything you ever learned, you would be a walking encyclopedia. You wouldn't even need a phone to Google or do anything like that. You would just know it all right there.
Oh, it's so true. And it would make the idea of sitting down to read an encyclopedia like incredibly useful. Because you could sit there and like, if you just read an entire encyclopedia, it's in your head now.
All
You
knowledge,
just have that.
all knowledge is yours.
I love it. This has been such a fun conversation. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has just been just a fun experience just to talk about what is it that we would do if we were superheroes. And it's so funny to hear everyone's different perspectives.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having us on.